Hi everyone. Thanks for having me today. Yeah, my name is Toby. Toby Utoke. I'm the co-founder and the CEO of Bitpowr. Can you guys see my screen? Let me see.
Yeah.
Um, awesome. So basically, Bitpowr is building blockchain infrastructure for financial institutions and businesses to be able to build financial products for the end users, right? So today there is we can see high adoption of blockchain technology across financial services from Theta processing more transaction volume than Mastercard last year. Mastercard and Visa, so 88% of crypto transactions are basically cross-border transactions. So then over 60% of asset managers have purchased stable coins in the past 12 months. This shows a lot of interest on a lot of usage in terms of businesses providing financial service for users. We can see from Stripe as well now investing in crypto by offering crypto off ramp and also I believe on ramp, right? So Visa now investing and Mastercard as well investing millions in a blockchain for them to be able to provide financial services and expand their financial aspirations on the blockchain, right? So basically, the blockchain adoption has corrected across financial services. However, existing solutions are not designed for fintechs from Fireblocks to BitGoes to survival, right? These solutions are not designed for fintechs. They are very today building blockchain power solutions to embed financial services or to provide financial service to the end user. Basically, takes months for you to get started with. Time consuming, a very expensive as a traditional business or a business that's trying to expand their financial operation on the blockchain. It costs you a lot from the cost of hiring engineers to the cost of building tech and every other thing, right? Basically, costs you more for you to be able to provide financial services for end user using the blockchain, right? And as well, building on the blockchain or providing financial services on the blockchain is complex because you have to think of the blockchain you want to use and also trying to go through all the whole complexity. As a business who just are looking to expand their financial operation or embed financial services using the blockchain technology, this is basically more complex for them to get started with. And that's basically why we are building Bitpowr. So Bitpowr is basically a modern financial infrastructure for businesses or institutions to build financial products using the blockchain technology from compliance to custody to ledger infrastructure to wallets to tokenization to settlement. Bitpowr is basically providing the a single platform for anyone to be able to access such features. And in the last 11 months that we've gone live with our first customer, we've onboarded over 40 customers across Africa, Europe, and Asia. We've processed over $50 million transaction volume in beta, and currently we grew around 30% month on month. Right, this is really awesome, and the fact that we are still in beta and we've already processed this volume in just 11 months. So today we work with businesses in Africa, Asia, and Europe, right? And majority of customers we work with are neobanks and fintechs that basically embed the power solutions to be able to provide financial services for their end users. So our product. So basically, Bitpower provide an intuitive platform and easy to integrate services from the wallet infrastructure that basically helps you to create and manage thousands of wallets and generate crypto addresses across multiple blockchains to the custody infrastructure, which is an institutional programmable MPC-based custody solution to help you secure and manage data asset operations. So this can be embedded into any wallet product or any product alongside our wallet to be able to provide a secure wallet system for end users. So if you're a team or you are a business looking to an exchange or a fintech looking to manage data assets for your customers, before basically we provide a custody solution that can be integrated via the API or through an SDK that can be embedded into your product. Right. The third thing as well is our ledger infrastructure, which is basically a database for money movement. So basically, you want to have a single set of truths for your transactions and balances across on-chain and off-chain transactions, and Bitpower basically solve that by providing you a ledger infrastructure that can basically help you to record your off-chain and on-chain transactions, and also to be able to manage your customers' balances, to avoid fraud, to be able to validate those transactions across different chains, and also ability for you to be able to build an efficient digital wallet that can support multiple currencies, both virtual currencies as well as on-chain assets like ERC20 and so on. Then last thing we offer our customers is a compliance infrastructure that basically provides you a single platform for you to integrate into leading compliance services from transaction monitoring to identity platform to case management. So let's say you are so basically you can connect your Chainalysis, Sift, Elliptic, or microscience API key to our compliance infrastructure, and automatically all your transactions you have processed basically will be run through the services and can give you a profile of the kind of transactions your customers are processing without actually writing any code. So basically, it's a no code to integrate into compliance services. You can connect to identity platform like some and also some in Africa like identity pass as well, where you can easily connect, create a profile of your customers and kind of transactions they are processing without writing any code, right? So our platform basically, our product basically provides a single platform for you to be able to issue, to be able to create and manage wallets across multiple blockchains, deploy MPC-based custody solution across different environments, then as well as record your off-chain and on-chain transactions, and as well as get compliant from day one, right? So how we make money? So we make money in two ways. We make money from the subscription fee. So using our platform, you get to pay from $100 to $2,000 based on the pricing plan you are on, right? And you pay from $100 to $2,000, right, based on the plan you're on. Then from transaction fee, we charge a fractional total transaction, right, from 0.25% to 0.01% based on the volume, um, the volume you process, right? So, and of course, we charge stable coins to not stable coins to avoid the FX market across different countries. So, Bitpowr basically is built natively for businesses or institutions that are looking to embed financial services into their product using the blockchain technology. So we are simple to use. We have built this efficiently for any business who's looking to manage data asset for their customers, basically build a closed loop payment system or build a cashback payment, a cashback program on in-app earnings for their end users using the blockchain technology, right? So our growth strategy. So basically, we started out with startups and also as well crypto exchanges for us to be able to validate our products. Then now we are trying to go after financial institutions, banks, neobanks, traditional businesses, for us to be able to know help them embed financial services into our products. And we today we get our customers from inbound, from search results, from communities, and as well as refer. Right? And the major way we get our customers right now as well is direct sales, basically sales led, where we go after this kind of customers and like decision makers and try to like demo with them. Using the inbound like search engine right now, if you go on Google right now and you search for wallet infrastructure, Bitpowr basically comes as the first as the first option as a result, or when you search for wallet infrastructure across different when you search for wallet infrastructure. And the way we think of acquiring our growth strategy is by also going through the Web3 developer community driven, where we get to provide more APIs for developers to build financial services as well, right? So today, so we started out, we launched our product in January 2022, and we went live with our first customer in April 2022. By December last year, we were already onboarded 40 customers and already processing around $2 million per month. Today, we are already processing $50 million. We've processed $15 million so far, and we are currently around $5 million in total deposit and $10 million in total transaction volume processed per month. And we currently support 15 blockchains. By December, we are looking to onboard over 150 clients, and December 2023, by the end of this year, we're looking to onboard close to 150 clients and process like, and the point, we'll start processing like around $50 million in total, in basically deposit volume. Then at that point as well, we are looking to have launched our crypto accounting, also started our settlement infrastructure, and as well as expand our product to enable more integrations across different services that we are providing. Myself, I have background in computer science and as well as in cryptography. I have over 8 years of experience in software engineering across building different products from majorly I have experience in building enterprise products, and I've been able to work with different companies, majorly in the US as a remote directly from Africa, then as well as working with companies in Mauritius and of course in Nigeria, right? And my team, my co-founder March Amicha as well, who's also has background in accounting and finance, and as well she worked for a blockchain company in Dubai, and as well as managing fintech blockchain product. Basically, then so our engineering lead who's also a very experienced technical leader that's basically helped a lot of companies, majorly in the US as well as in Africa, to build scalable distributed system in finance and the blockchain industry. So our education background basically is computer science as well as accounting, and our team altogether basically have had over 10 years experience altogether in building successful blockchain and fintech products. In one of the products we built that I led in our previous workplace, we built a product, basically a blockchain off-ramp product, and that's been used over like close to over 500,000 users down in Africa. Hi.
Thanks so much for this. I'll just give you a couple more seconds to wrap up.
Oh, no problem. I'm actually wrapping up already.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically our team have enough experience to be able to build what we're trying to build right now. Yeah, so at the moment, so basically today we are backed by leading investors and founders from 500 Global to First Impact to Velocity Digital and Pillar Innovate. In summary, basically we are powering the future of finance. We're powering the future of finance on the blockchain. We've onboarded 40 customers. We've processed over $40 million, over $50 million in transaction volume, and we are basically building the next modern financial infrastructure using the blockchain.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if you have any questions, I'd like to take your questions now.
Yeah. Thanks, Oitoki. Actually, on the last slide, you had the links to see the use cases. I like kind of a feedback. I really wish there was kind of a use case explained in the pitch deck, and like some very simple case, because if I understand everything correctly, you're providing kind of an infrastructure for traditional businesses and some financial management companies to process crypto, and doing that very simple without having any problems with authorities, with compliance, with banks, and things like that. So is it right that they are possible to receive crypto for their services or goods or whatever, and then they have cash on their bank account, and they can pay taxes and all things? Is it what you're doing for them?
No, so basically we are an infrastructure. So they basically embed our product, our API into their product. So let's say you have been a crypto exchange, for example, and you want to use our wallet infrastructure to be able to create wallet addresses for your customers into their product. So they use Bitpowr to do that. That's the first part. If you want to be able to use a custody solution like MPC-based custody solution to embed into your product as well, you can use Bitpowr custody to do that, right? Then Ledger to be able to record financial services. So basically, we're an infrastructure that will basically provide the services via an API for them to be able to build financial products. So we basically provide them the infrastructure. So yeah.
So you don't serve as any kind of a provider or kind of a bridge between cash and crypto. So you're only giving the tech infrastructure,
exactly,
or some financial and custodial infrastructure as well.
Yeah, exactly. So right. So I mean, in the future, we plan to enable our settlement infrastructure that can actually provide such services for them. But for now, we provide them the infrastructure where they can easily build and like basically handle everything. So we have like the backend infrastructure for them to embed financial services into their
Okay,
product.
can I call you correctly some kind of SaaS for
Yeah, basically,
crypto SaaS for fintech?
Exactly. So we're B2B model SaaS, basically.
Okay. Okay. So, and actually, you charge either through a subscription model or through a per transaction model. Is it the client who chooses the model, or is it you depending on the volumes?
So like we charge them like bits. So we charge them both subscription fee and transaction fee. So yeah, so basically they choose a plan they want to be on. So they can say they want to be on startup plan, to business plan, to enterprise plan, and that will determine the subscription fee they pay and transaction fee they pay. Right. So the more the higher the plan you are on, the lesser the transaction fee. But of course, the higher the subscription fee. So it can be from $100 to $2,000 based on the subscription fee, then 0.25% to 0.1% based on the transaction volume that you process, like outgoing transaction volume that you process.
My last question, or short one, how do you feel and see what are your unique selling points compared to many other tech infrastructure providers? Maybe it's kind of cover market wise or tech wise. What is the unique stuff that makes you outstanding on this market?
Okay, cool. So I think the first thing is a market that we are focusing. So we are focusing in the emerging market like Africa, Asia, right? And what we basically do for them is by simplifying how they tend to build how they tend to build financial services or using the blockchain technology, right? So I mean, majority of our other customers basically provide complex systems for them to be able to build. So they need to go hire engineering, blockchain engineering team, spend a lot of time. So what we are basically doing for them is to reduce the cost and as well as reduce the time they spend, right? And also provide them simple services for them to be able to do a couple of things like ability to create wallets for their end users, ability to also record all their financial operations using our ledger, right? Using our ledger technology, meaning they can now build an efficient digital wallet that basically avoids any fraudulent activities or basically any engineering mistake that could have gone into building an internal ledger system. So basically reducing that engineering time they spend on doing all those things and just providing them the infrastructure.
All right, Albert, do you have any questions to add?
Yeah, maybe quickly. Thanks again, Toby, for the presentation. I'm just impressed with the 50 million numbers that you presented. I mean, out of like this 30 plus customers that you have, what's the biggest chunks of the service that they actually use? And second, maybe regarding compliance, because I understood that in Africa you have like these different communities. How are you legally compliant with these different communities, let alone like the different currency system there?
Okay, so in terms of the kind of customers like I said earlier, so majority of our customers are like new banks and fintechs that are basically using stablecoin to expand their financial operations. So, for example, in Africa, basically, payments is very big in Africa, and as well, and due to dollar scarcity, right? The cross-border payments is actually a very big market, right? There's a remittance and everything, right? So a lot of fintech now are now going through the blockchain to be able to provide such services for their customers, to be able to send money from Africa down to like US, China, and other countries, right? And they're all using stablecoin to be able to do that, right? So now for them to be able to do that, they don't have the experience, they don't have the technology, they don't have the engineering team to be able to do that. And the way we help them do that is by providing that infrastructure for them to be able to start integrating blockchain into their financial operation, right? And what we have done basically is to provide that for them. So a lot of these companies are basically fintechs, neobanks that basically help their customers to be able to send and receive money globally, right, using stablecoin and other digital assets across different chains like Stellar, Ethereum, using Sakuna, all sorts, right? Then second kind of customers is the payment gateways as well, that basically uses crypto payments and method customers to be able to receive and get paid globally, right? Then the other customers are just traditional businesses that provide this kind of internal wallet for their customers to be able to like hold balances and every other thing, right? So what we have done for them is by providing them that infrastructure for them to be able to build a closed loop payment system right? For them to be able to retain their customer by having a wallet into their product, and the wallet can basically power both fiat, both can basically help them to record both on-chain and fiat currencies, right? And basically simplify that, right? Because a lot of these guys trying to manage them together can basically cause a lot of issues and can also result to fraud. And what we have done basically is to provide them that infrastructure for them to be able to embed such services into their product.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, and basically the goal basically is to build a blockchain, a financial rail on the blockchain where everyone can basically interact with blockchain without them knowing they're interacting with blockchain. Today or now, a lot of businesses in Africa are using blockchain, right? Without the end users knowing that they're using blockchain, right? And that's like that's like the biggest use case of the blockchain technology, where you can easily send money from one place to another, from Nigeria to China, from Nigeria to or US, and also receive money using stablecoin and other digital assets. So that's basically
All
what we're
right.
trying to power. Thank you.